And welcome back, guys. I'm your host, DJ.
And I'm your host, Sav.
And we are on episode 59.
59, dude.
Man. 59 fucking episodes.
That's so crazy. And next week it's going to be 60. Exciting times.
But before we get into all that, what are we doing today?
So today we are going to be talking about voodoo history and true telling.
Oh, man. See,
I'm so excited.
Man, this is going to be kind of interesting, though. Cause,
it's going to be real interesting.
Yeah, voodoo is one of them things, man, where people are all scared of it and shit. And just like,
yes,
it's black magic. It's scary. Blah,
exactly.
Blah, blah.
And just to preface this, like, we didn't want to go into talking about voodoo in that mindset.
Right.
We really wanted to talk about more just the history and the facts about voodoo and not the negative connotations that you hear when you know, are talking about voodoo. But also, happy 420.
Yeah.
We're actually filming this on 420 because we filmed a little bit late this week, but yeah, so we're going to be getting lit and we are going to dedicate a little portion of this episode to chill and spill with you guys. I don't know.
It is what it is. Another sesh with Deeper Than Most. Why not?
As always. And we're going to kick this off with a kicker. a mule kicker. So as you guys can see, we kind of have our little seance set up. Added some lanterns, some Christmas lights. We got them back. Lava lamp. And we also have some candles burning just to set the mood and the vibe. So yeah, let's get into this. So we have a DOM today, just one. But this one is something that really caught my attention and something that I thought would be a great discussion on the show.
Man, this is a fucking game changer right here.
It honestly is.
Real shit. This is a game changer.
Yes. So this DOM is titled First Breath. It is believed that scientists have the solution to humans being able to breathe on Mars.
And honestly, I'm not surprised. I figured it was.
I feel like they've been new.
I figured it was going to come sooner or later, because why would you do all this research and not try to figure out how to breathe on the planets you're trying to go to?
Yes, but the way they found out is pretty interesting. Okay. So, cyanobacteria can create oxygen from carbon dioxide, making it possible for future humans to breathe in places that aren't possible today. Cyanobacteria is exactly what you would think it is. It's bacteria. Right. So, microscopic, but very powerful.
So essentially, they creating like artificial oxygen. That's crazy.
Kind of, in a sense, yeah.
Huh.
Cyanobacteria is found in very hostile environments here on Earth, meaning it could possibly survive the harsh Mars atmosphere, which is what's important.
Yeah,
because Mars ain't nothing like this. Okay.
Right. Or at least from what we know.
Yeah. Experiments have already proven that this bacteria can grow in a Martian-like environment because here on Earth, we do have some places on Earth that are Martian-like, as in like deserts, or like the Antarctica. Like it can either be super cold on another planet or like a hot, dried, empty desert. You got the
tundra or you got the desert.
Exactly. So yeah, the fact that they know that this bacteria can survive in those types of atmospheres and environments is what's really important, and that's kind of what led them to believe that this is a possibility. So Elon Musk is thrilled about the news, of course, and is focused on his desire to take 1 million humans to the Red Planet by 2050. And that's real soon. That's like in our lifetime. I mean, we'll be old, but
fuck it, it's happening.
Yeah.
And he need to cut us a check. We mention him a lot on this show.
I swear to God. But yeah, we'll be around 50 by that time.
Yeah.
So
that'd be cool as fuck though. Still young, low key, like young enough.
Is 50 really that young?
I mean, young enough to go. Like,
that is true, yeah, and enjoy it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is what's going on in the world right now, and it sounds exciting.
Super fucking exciting. There's a lot of cool stuff happening.
Yeah, and I love how they're just dropping new shit like all the time. There's just always something, some new development or just some new discovery.
Right.
And it's cool to like live through it and see it like firsthand.
Yeah, that is cool. Being a part of history and shit. Like,
Yeah, pretty much.
Man,
space history at that.
Yeah, I can't imagine what these history books are gonna look like.
Wild, especially with Schmelder.
The vid, baby, the vid.
Yeah,
I can only imagine.
exactly. And we brought Mango back, and I think the last time Mango was on show, this little new bud wasn't around.
No, I don't think so.
But Mango has sprouted a new head, I guess you can call it. He's flourishing. He looks beautiful. So, yeah. How big can he grow to?
12
like 12 feet,
I believe.
Oof.
Yeah.
He's a big boy.
Yeah.
He will be a big boy. But yeah, so let's get into the Schweed game. We're going to be playing What Do You Meme Stoner Edition. We don't have the original What Do You Meme game, so we're kind of just going to alter the rules a little bit and play it our way.
It's a little fitting, I would say. It's 420. Got a little game or whatnot. Come on.
Yeah, you guys know we love the holidays, and we're always trying to cater,
Right.
our episodes to special events. And speaking of a special event,
yeah.
somebody's birthday is coming up in a couple of days.
Mother Earth is having a birthday soon, guys.
No. Father D is having a birthday.
Yeah, guys, my birthday is in a couple of days.
How old are you turning?
I will be 23.
Hell yeah. Are you excited?
Honestly? Nah, I'm super excited, man. It's another year, more stuff to learn. All this cool stuff. So yeah, it'll be fun.
And that means that we will be doing a birthday special episode for our host DJ, just like we did for me. And if you haven't seen my birthday episode, definitely recommend it because it was a bop. It was fun. We always have fun though. It doesn't matter what we're doing. Basically how the game goes is we read off a prompt and then you hold up a picture of what you think would best fit the prompt to create a meme. So yeah, and I think how we can do the point system is if I hold up a picture and you like it or you think it would make an appropriate meme, I get the point. If not, you get the point.
Okay.
But don't just be trying to say everything is bad just so you get a point.
I'm not going to cheat, bro. I'm finna play fair.
Okay.
Australia has 3 A's, all pronounced differently.
Oh my god, it does. Australia.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with
Okay. Oh.
this one.
Okay.
Do you think that matches or no?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright, let me get it.
I think it matches. Yeah.
1 point for Sav. Hits blunt. Why does glue stick to everything except for the inside of its bottle?
Go with this one.
Yes. I agree. Because how do you answer that?
Literally.
Honestly.
What do you say to that? When someone asks how high you are.
I'm going to put... Guess I'm high.
I'll take it.
You will? You think that works?
It'll work.
Okay. Hits blunt. When you delete a picture, where does it go? Damn, that's a good ass question. Where the hell does it go? Like honestly, where does it go?
It goes.
You're the tech savvy person. Where does it go?
So the thing about your, are we talking like iPhone? Or are we talking
just in general? It says when you delete a picture, where does it go?
If we're talking like iPhone, it goes to like their data center and shit. And they like
that's weird.
Yeah, they keep it like stored and
that's
shit.
suspicious. What the hell?
It's pretty weird. And like if you were on Snap, the same thing. Like if you were on Snap or Facebook or whatever, it goes to like their archives and shit. So like if you
I know Snapchat, they don't actually delete shit. They got the cache of that shit.
If it were ever archived, not archived, but if you had a subpoena at the courts or whatever to get it, they could get it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with this one.
The Van Gogh.
I don't think it's gonna go, but
I don't think that goes.
I don't think it's gonna go, but
I don't think it goes. I'm gonna take that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna save that for something else.
Is there another word for synonym?
Another word for synonym? I'm gonna go with this one because that's the face I literally just made.
Yeah.
When your mom tells you weed is a gateway drug. Oof. More like teachers.
I'll go with this one. I'll go with this.
Literally. Yeah, you get that. You get that.
Right.
A connoisseur, if you will.
I'm just saying. Why can you drink a drink but can't food a food? What you got?
Literally. When you're too baked to focus on your friend's story, so you just smile until it's over.
Oh shit. We'll go with this one, huh?
Yeah. For sure. With the cloud of smoke in the face.
What else do you do?
Hits blunt. Why is it called a building if it's already built?
Oh.
That's a good question.
That is a good one.
I don't know. Wow.
I'll go with this.
Oh, that's me. Hell yeah. Go the hell. I can't breathe out here. That shit got me thinking so hard.
When you clean a vacuum cleaner, you become a vacuum cleaner.
Literally.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And this fits perfect.
Hell yeah, I think that.
You want to do one more?
Oh yeah, we can
To
do
try
that.
to redeem yourself?
Sure, we can do one more.
When you're in the middle of a story and totally forget what you're talking about. That's so relatable though. Oh my god. That's perfect.
When your parents ask why you smell like weed.
This works. In my opinion. Look like he about to tell a story.
Oh, that's perfect. Oh, that's perfect.
Alright, bet. Okay, so let's count all of our picture cards to see who won. Sam.
You got 2 more than I did. I only got 5.
Hey,
Nice.
I'm a connoisseur, if you will.
Now we're going to explore Voodoo's origin and backstory.
So excited. My makeup and my outfit's kind of inspired by it today, as well as my jewelry.
Hey man, say man. I'm telling you should be killing it.
Got the
every time.
vibes.
I just be here. Voodoo is considered a religion that is deeply rooted in nature, spirits, and ancestors.
Which is honestly what a lot of magic would be considered as, or not even magic, but witchcraft in particular. And there's so many different forms, so many different kinds. Wicca is kind of similar to Voodoo in the sense that Wicca is centered around nature and just using your elements and crystals.
Right.
So it's kind of similar in that sense, but that's about it.
Right. Although many of us related to originating in New Orleans, it was brought to New Orleans with West African slaves.
So it's been around.
Yeah, it's been around for a while. The slave trade was like...
And it was insane.
Yeah. Voodoo was supported by a group of followers fleeing Haiti in 1791 after the slave revolt made its way to New Orleans. Damn, I didn't even know that.
I didn't either.
That's kind of cool, though.
It is. It's really cool. A lot of the history in Voodoo and a lot of the backstory is really just, I don't know, it's very interesting and cultural in a sense. And you can tell that the belief in Voodoo is very strong and it's a well-respected practice amongst the community of the West Africans as well as the Haitians.
The free black people who were in New Orleans made the practices of voodoo an important part of their culture.
Right.
These beliefs were shared with the local Catholic population of New Orleans.
A lot of people that were already in New Orleans were Catholic.
Right.
But then the Haitians and the West Africans made their way down there and they kind of
integrated.
Yeah, exactly. They integrated.
Yeah. The New Orleans voodoo we know today can also be called voodoo Catholicism.
Yes. So that kind of just shows the integration that came of the two, which is a really interesting mix when you think about it. Because voodoo is kind of a form of witchcraft in a way. Not just, it is a religious belief. It's considered a religion, which I didn't know that. But I think it also kind of
definitely
there's a blurred
elements
line. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like it's just in the middle.
Because it's like marrying the two. Like,
Exactly. Yeah. Voodoo kings and queens were spiritual and political figures of power in New Orleans. This was very prominent in the 1800s and kind of just carried on throughout the decades and the years and the centuries. Because damn, it's been around for a minute. The core belief system for voodoo is that one God does not foresee us in our daily lives, but instead various spirits do.
Which honestly makes sense to me.
It does. It makes so much sense. And I don't know, it just seems more realistic, especially because we all know that the spiritual realm is an actual place.
Exactly.
And not only is it an actual place, but it's a place that is not too far from our own realm to where the spiritual beings have the access to our realm. We haven't figured out how to, travel to another realm, but I feel like spirits are just on a higher plane to where they have
they can just, like, bounce
the ability.
Yeah,
exactly. And, we're bottom of the barrel in everything.
And
there are many different ways to connect with the spirits around us, mainly through rituals such as dance, music, chants, and snakes. Today, Grigory's dolls protect the wearer from bad luck and evil. Potions and talismans. And if you don't know what a talisman is, it's an object or an amulet that holds religious or magical powers that are intended for healing, power, and protection of the wearer or the owner of the object.
Right.
So very powerful items, and I don't know, it's just so cool. And, obviously voodoo dolls are a thing as well.
Yeah, definitely.
We didn't really talk, we're not really getting into voodoo dolls because everybody knows about those. And I think voodoo dolls is kind of what has created that negative connotation of voodoo.
Right.
Is because when you think of voodoo, you think of voodoo dolls and curses and all this evil shit that isn't necessarily what voodoo is used for on the regular. These items can still be found in stores around New Orleans as well as in the homes of the locals, which is cool because they're keeping the religion and the belief alive. And I feel like that's what really matters when it comes down to shit like this.
Right. Voodoo, hoodoo, you do. Voodoo means spirit of God.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I didn't either.
Damn, that's cool though. I never knew that.
It is, yeah, it's really cool.
Voodoo can be practiced in many ways. Some of the most popular include readings, spiritual bathing, prayer, and personal ceremonies.
So, honestly, just like your basic witchcraft
basic stuff,
duties.
Yeah.
I don't know, there's nothing super dark and extra scary about voodoo that other magic practices would have,
Right.
It's pretty similar.
Yeah, no, I think a lot of that comes from intention behind certain things. So it's definitely intention based, and a lot of people just assume that people who do voodoo are
doing it for bad because they're evil.
Exactly.
And it's so interesting because it's the quote unquote black magic, and it's the magic that black people do or created or believe in, and it's just always got a negative connotation.
Exactly. But
let it wink-a-dink.
That hoodoo and that white magic is just
yeah. I mean, all of it can be bad and all of it can be good. It just depends on, like you said, who is using it. Yep.
So what is voodoo for? Voodoo is often used to cure anxiety, addiction, feelings of depression, and loneliness.
Which honestly sounds more like a beautiful thing than
that's actually
a scary thing.
Really beautiful.
Yeah,
a lot of people need that.
Good, exactly. I'll take a dose of anxiety help, please.
For sure.
Because, it's real. And that shit sucks. That shit weird. It's just such a weird feeling.
It is.
And I'm not trying to self-diagnose because I haven't been diagnosed with anxiety, but I feel like I might have at least a little bit of anxiety.
I feel like everyone
social anxiety to be specific, because I'm just not good in open crowd settings, and I don't know. I try to get myself out of my comfort zone and in different elements, but it's still hard internally, you know?
Right, definitely.
Trying to fit in when I know that I don't.
Well, it's always a battle.
But I feel like
yourself,
it's not about fitting in.
Yeah, no, it's always a battle with yourself. Your mind is your biggest enemy, honestly.
Always.
So, voodoo can also be used to help the poor, the hungry, and the sick.
Which is just as amazing.
Right, because again,
all of that is
like
needed.
Healing properties, all healing properties.
Exactly.
I'm not seeing this evil shit that people be talking about.
I'm not either, and that's what I really wanted us to focus on in this episode was the light-hearted side of voodoo and the more positive side of voodoo, because it's not all bad, and I think it just depends on your knowledge and, like you said, your intentions. That's really important, and just your whole being, who you are inside. Are your chakras aligned? Are you in tune with, you know, yourself? Spiritual realm?
Yeah.
Just the world around you. I think all of that plays a part in the deliverance of the practice.
Oh, it definitely plays a part, because all that being in line creates a higher self, like a higher being. You know what I mean? So
of course, and that's the goal.
You're essentially elevating and enlightening yourself. So yeah, it definitely all plays a part.
Elevating your soul as opposed to your physical being.
Exactly.
And that's what really matters. I feel like that's the only way. I mean, not voodoo itself, but transcending and enlightenment is the only way that there's a possibility of the human race becoming a type 1 civilization.
Oh, definitely.
Because we at the bottom of the Kardashev scale, baby, and that ain't the place to be. I feel like if...
bro.
Yeah, like it's not, and I don't think it ever will, because all of the negative aspects that humans carry, like greed, hatred,
jealousy,
exactly, so many things, and resentment, just all of it, that it kind of blocks us from moving forward as a whole, as a civilization, not just society, but
it's like I was gonna say earlier, we're so distracted every day that like it's hard for people to like,
especially in today's day and age, and it's only gonna get worse.
Hell yeah. But it's hard for people to like actually sit with themselves. Like people were freaking out when this whole situation started. People were literally freaking out because they had to be alone
with themselves. Yeah. You know, it's so crazy. Recently, within the past week on Facebook, I still use Facebook. But recently on Facebook, I've been seeing a lot of these posts that people have been sharing, talking about, you people must really love yourself to be able to go on a date alone, like just by yourself. Yeah. And there's just all these opinions on all of these people, and a lot of people think like that's weird. Like, why would you want to go out alone? Right. And they're not understanding that that's important. Solitude is necessary, and it's very healing. It's very therapeutic. Right. It's just something that you need. You need to be able to be alone with yourself, because at the end of the day, if nobody else is around, all you got is you. Exactly. So if you can't even deal with yourself, also, why would you expect other people to be able to deal with you?
Exactly.
And I think the people that think that it's weird to take yourself out on a date, they haven't come to terms with who they truly are, or they're just not comfortable with who they are.
And everybody gets there at different points in their life. So I mean, I would hope that those people eventually get to that point. But
one can only hope.
Yeah, but honestly, you're right. I can definitely agree that people really do need to just sit the fuck down with themselves and get that shit together.
For sure. Definitely. Crazy world, guys. Just take care of yourself. Love yourself. Get in tune with you, because it really matters. It really, really does. I can't stress that enough. It's so healing and enlightening, honestly, to be comfortable within yourself. It's that balance, you know, you really need it.
Exactly.
Spiritually, emotionally, mentally, physically, all of that. For you to be your happiest and, I don't know, most self-sufficient version of you.
I always said this to myself. I was like, you know, your potential is whatever you want it to be, so.
Right, but also never settle for potential.
Exactly.
Always strive for the goal.
Exactly. Gotta get there.
Hell yeah.
And
speaking of getting there, We finna get to this sponsor.
See you soon.
If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. It's free and it's easy to use.
There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast straight from your phone or computer, making it the best user experience around.
Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more, making it so you don't have to upload to each individual platform.
And the best thing about it, you can make money straight from your podcast with no minimum listenership.
It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place.
So please, download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started. And that's anchor.fm, spelled ANCHOR.FM.
So what are you doing? Download the free Anchor app now. So we're back, like a voodoo butt crack. All right, so we're getting into coming together as one. Congo Square, located in Armstrong Park, which is in New Orleans, served as a gathering place for enslaved Africans. And I'm sure this was in the 1700s. Congo Square was reserved for African tradition to be celebrated and expressed freely. These traditions included voodoo, and we love it. Honestly, I would be down to read up and just learn about voodoo at least. I don't know about actually practicing, but
right. I feel
just being educated on it would be cool, I think. I think that'd be fun to learn.
It's important. It's super important, especially for members of the Black community.
Yeah,
to,
I honestly feel like it could be used to protect myself if I need it.
No, definitely.
If it came down to it.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
In whatever case, it could be health wise.
Oh hell yeah.
Anything.
That's the beauty of it. Being able to know about it and use it if you want.
Exactly. But with things like this, you can't just do it. You can't be ill-hearted and a venomous and poisonous person and a negative soul, because it's just not. I don't know, there's a blockage there.
It's like I said.
And it doesn't allow you to fully expand and open your mind to these types of possibilities and these types of beliefs that would allow you to be successful in practicing this kind of magic.
Right. It's like whatever you put out, what you're going to get back. So, I mean, even those people that do have those negative intentions still have to
reap what they sow. Yeah. Exactly. And voodoo ain't something to just fuck around with.
I'm telling you.
It's not. It's not just a regular hobby.
Right.
Hundreds of people would come together and form drum circles as well as hold spiritual ceremonies. And we will put some pictures up of this because there's some very intricate drawings that I found of some of these ceremonies and some of these rituals. And just seeing Black people in America around this time, coming together in times, in the times that they were living in, going through the worst of the worst that we have gone through as a community and as a race. I mean, it's just insane.
It is crazy.
And it's so weird how we can't come together in the same way now. You know?
Yeah.
Even, in the 1900s, during segregation, how we talked about segregation and if it ain't white, it ain't right. And how people were sticking together and the Black Panther was a movement and people were trying to seek
justice. And mind you guys, that shit, it was not that long ago.
It wasn't, but for some reason, the Black people of today cannot come together. As a collective, as a whole, and fight for what we believe in together. Especially because we do all have different views and ordeals.
Exactly. I feel like if the Black community actually sat down and assessed everything, we could really
change some shit.
Make some shit happen.
Do some shit.
Yeah.
Honestly. I would love to see the day if we ever do.
Right.
Congo Square is still open these days and continues to serve the community as a host for these cultural gatherings, and I absolutely love that they're literally keeping the tradition alive and keeping the belief of these practices going from generation to generation. I feel like that's important.
Like I said.
And it's a part of Black history, literally. Yeah. And the fact that it's still being carried out today and hopefully it continues on for as long as these other belief systems are carried out for. And that includes like religions like Christianity and Buddhism
and all
of these things. Yeah, exactly. So it's just as important. And I really hate how people just talk so bad about voodoo. I think it's the lack of education and knowledge on the subject.
That's exactly what I would say it is. Because when people are, they're coming to terms with something that's new, they tend to
and unfamiliar.
They tend to be quick to form judgment and just cast their opinion.
And fear of the unknown.
Exactly. So I definitely believe being more educated about it can definitely help.
Yeah, and hopefully we're educating you guys today.
Sure.
And if we are, and if you're enjoying the episode so far, give us a like.
Comment.
Yeah. Share with everybody. Share with your haters. Exactly. Let them know what's good. Let them know you've been educating yourself, so they better not fuck with you.
Modern voodoo. Voodoo is still heavily practiced today, which is awesome to hear, honestly.
Exactly, like I was saying, keeping it alive. Right. It's very important.
Usually to serve others and influence life events through our ancestors and spirits. And that's pretty cool because
it's like it lives on.
Having that connection with your ancestors.
Yeah.
For them to give you that wisdom in a moment or whenever you need it.
Kind of reminds me of Native Americans.
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely.
I
would say they definitely got it right in that regard.
Yes, exactly. They have very close ties to their ancestors and spirits as well as nature. Very similar, but just different, just unique in their own ways.
Right, just a few tweaks in it here and there,
But they still have their gatherings. They, I'm sure, still have rituals. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. I mean, very similar, just minor differences.
Exactly. These days, rituals are typically held privately, but you can find places that'll give you a reading or help in a ritual. Would you ever do that?
Do a ritual? Depends on, what the ritual is for.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't use a ritual for bad or trying to hurt anybody or sacrifice anybody. Not trying to do all that. Right. But maybe, a health ritual.
That'd be cool.
Helping somebody. I would probably, if I had the knowledge, and had the practice, I would take part. That would be healing within myself, I feel like. Being able to help somebody in that way.
That does sound pretty cool.
Yeah.
New Orleans has officially established Voodoo Temple by the name the Voodoo Spiritual Temple, which is right across the street from Congo Square.
Honestly, I've never been to New Orleans.
Don't feel bad. I haven't either.
I want to go so bad, and I want to go during Mardi Gras, and I want to go explore and actually go visit these places. I want to see Marie Lavelle's house, and because I think it's a museum now.
They always do.
And a gift shop, of course.
Right.
But yeah, I want to go just walk around and see the city. I've heard it's so beautiful.
That's what I've heard too. It seems like a very fun time.
Yeah, especially during Mardi Gras.
Right.
So this is what I'm really excited for is true tellings, and we have 3 of them. So I found 2 that are kind of short, but both very interesting in their own right and different. It's hard to find true tellings of voodoo.
It was.
It is, yeah. And, we did the best we could. But there's just not a lot of information out there because, I don't know, when it comes down to paranormal things.
The world kind of just
talk about space, talk about magic. there's not a lot of source material out there. Right. Especially, true source material. Factual, on the record encounters or happenings. It's so hard to find that on the internet, but we were able to come up with a couple of them, and these are really, really interesting, to say the least. So our first one is the Unlucky 45. In 2010, a massive outbreak of cholera took the lives of approximately 2,500 people across Haiti.
Damn.
Yeah. It's a lot.
I don't even know what that is.
Cholera?
Yeah.
I don't either. Let's see what it is. Oh, it's an acute diarrheal disease. Or not disease, but illness caused by infection of the intestine with Vibrio cholera bacteria.
Oh.
So people can get sick when they swallow food or water contaminated with cholera bacteria. Interesting. Okay.
Okay.
Wow.
I never knew.
And it causes dehydration. It's usually spread in water. And it can be fatal if it's not treated right away.
Oh, wow.
That's scary.
That's scary as
Holy
fuck.
shit. Be careful with the water y'all drinking now.
Right.
But drink your water, though. It's important.
Please, stay hydrated.
This animal slapping me around.
Yeah.
Slapping me around. With this outbreak, approximately 63,500 others were left hospitalized, and 121,000 treated for symptoms of cholera. So this was huge.
Yeah.
Like,
damn, that's crazy.
big.
Never
That's
heard
a
of it.
lot of people.
That is.
That's damn near everybody. I mean, like, I'm sure it was quickly spreading too with that many people.
Since it's a waterborne illness.
It's like, shmove it.
Oof.
Many Haitians believe the outbreak was from a voodoo curse. Oof, that's some shit. This was seen as a serious matter and caused many Haitians to attack voodoo priests in the area. And this is where it gets crazy. Mobs lynched around 45 people total. Some others were beaten, stoned, or hacked to death with machetes, all before being set ablaze.
Oh my god.
They weren't playing. They were not fucking around, especially when it came to that voodoo. Because, I mean, I feel like burning them in the end was kind of like their way of making sure that they got the job done because of the fear that, like, these people that were killing practice voodoo. So, but why would you even fuck around with that?
Yeah, that's just some shit.
Why would you even, like, take it that far knowing that they do voodoo? Like, what if they do a quick little curse right before they go?
Terrified.
I don't think I would take part at all.
Play them games, bro.
And I'm just not the type to hurt people. Like, nah, that's just not it. But they were scared, and I guess that was their way of stopping the spread of this infection.
Right.
It was already, like, you know, spreading to so many people, but kind of cutting it off at the source, I think, was just their idea of saying, we believe that they're the ones causing this, so let's take them out to make this all end.
Right.
But I don't actually think that it ended because of that. I think 45 people lost their lives for no reason.
Exactly. That's what it seems like.
So next we have the king, and not Martin Luther. Dr. John was one of the most famous voodoo kings of New Orleans, and voodoo kings and queens were very, even still now, like they're very prominent within the belief and the practice, but they matter in more ways than one.
Right.
Like, you can connect with them during rituals and practice, and of course every single queen or king offers a different incentive, I guess you could say.
Right.
If you connect with them. So yeah, they can be very helpful, very beneficial, and if you're trying to do harm, I'm sure there's some for that too.
Oh, definitely.
He was known as Bayou John and was born in Senegal. In Senegal, he was kidnapped as a slave and taken to Cuba. That's intense.
Yeah.
I don't even know how old he was when that happened, but regardless of age, that's intense.
Super intense. Getting kidnapped and then, like...
To Cuba?
Yeah.
Crazy. He eventually moved to New Orleans as a cotton roller, and while there, became, you know, doing black people work around that time.
Yeah.
I don't even know what a cotton roller is. I don't even think I want to know. So I'm assuming a cotton roller was basically a cotton picker, because there was also slave patrol, and the patrollers were known as patrollers, patty rollers, or patter rollers. And those were the armed men who monitored the cotton picking. So I'm assuming that it was probably another word for cotton picking, or just another aspect of cotton picking, because there were the ones that were actually picking it off of the plant, but there were probably other people carrying it around, and just different parts of
the system.
Exactly. So I'm sure it has something to do with that, though. Probably out in the field. So, okay. He bought property on Bayou Road and eventually became an excellent healer in voodoo and a fortune teller. That's dope.
Cool. Yeah,
it
that's
is.
Cool shit.
And what's even cooler is John was the teacher of Marie Laveau.
Oh, shit. Damn, that's fire.
Yeah, he was like the OG. Because everybody knows about her. Everybody talks about her. She's very notorious when it comes to voodoo. Like, if you don't know anything about voodoo or the kings and queens, you at least know about Marie.
Right.
I don't think a lot of people know about Dr. John.
I don't think so either, because I ain't never heard of Buddy.
Yeah. And the fact that he became a fortune teller, that's dope.
It is.
That's really dope. And just hearing this type of stuff, I mean, it just furthers the belief that these practices are real and they can be true. Of course, you have people that probably try to get into the field or the practice, say, for example, as a fortune teller, they don't actually know how to tell fortunes. But you do come across actual practitioners.
The last story we have is Double the Cash. And this one's a little different because it's like a little, it's a little sleazy.
What do you mean?
So one day in August 1995, a man named Futanga Sissoko walked into the head office of Dubai Islamic Bank and asked for a loan to buy a car. The manager there, Mohammed Ayub, agreed, and Sissoko invited him to dinner.
Sounds innocent enough.
Mm-hmm.
Look at me.
Innocent, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sissoko claimed he could double any sum of money with his magic powers, and he invited Muhammad over again and told him to bring cash.
This nigga sound like a scammer.
Right.
Yeah, let me flip this money for you real quick.
Exactly.
Just,
What's your
I'll turn your 200 into 2,000 in 5 minutes.
Right. Yeah,
you gonna turn that 200 into your 200 and then into your 2,000 when you scan everybody else. That's crazy. I mean, that's what I feel like he was trying to do.
Oh,
scam
definitely.
that nigga.
When Muhammad arrived the next day with the cash, a man ran out of a room and screamed that a jinn attacked him. And for those of you who don't know what a jinn is, it's like this evil. It's basically an evil genie.
Yeah, like Sonic and the Seven Rings.
Yeah.
Good game.
Yeah, it's a great game, actually. Muhammad, out of fear, left the money in the magic room and he waited. Muhammad said he saw lights, smoke, and heard spirits come from the room. Then it fell silent and the money was indeed doubled.
You can't make this shit up.
Can't make it up, bro. Why would you lie about that?
Hell?
How would you even, how?
Lights and smoke and woof.
When he saw this, Muhammad began constantly sending money to Sissoko, and between 1995 and 1998, there had been 183 transfers from Muhammad to Sissoko.
Damn.
183 transfers. They was
getting it
flipping
in.
it.
That's crazy. That's a whole hustle.
Exactly. Sissoko constantly ran up enormous credit bills, and he had Muhammad settle them for him. He ended up leaving the bank in like $151 billion of debt.
Oh shit! So he fucked them over. He scammed them for real.
Yeah, crazy.
Crazy as hell. I'd be pissed.
Pissed as fuck. The bitch, you done made me
sound like the Tinder swindler.
Oof. If you ain't watched it, check it out. That
shit crazy.
Crazy as hell.
Now we're gonna get into our ending hoodoos.
What you say?
You like how I did that?
What you say?
The ending hoodoos. Also, before we get into the ending hoodoo, we will be doing a Marie Laveau episode eventually. I feel like it would be really fun to dive into who she was and the things that she was doing around her time here on Earth. Yeah, that was fun. That was voodoo history and true telling.
Hell yeah.
Some crazy shit going on. But it's such a cool concept.
It's cool as fuck.
Overall. And mixing just the culture of New Orleans in with the practices and the beliefs. I think it just makes it more special.
Oh, definitely.
Because you don't find that anywhere else. Yeah. Actually, before we get into these ending hoodoos, I want to recommend a movie that I believe has hints and nuances of voodoo in it. But it's not just flat out like a voodoo movie. And it's one of my favorite movies. It is so good. And I think you know what I'm about to say. Amazing soundtrack, amazing cast. Got an Erykah Badu song on there. And if you know, you know. But I would just want to recommend Eve's Bayou. It's got Samuel L. Jackson in it. Yeah, it's a really, really good movie. I don't really want to get into what it's about. You just gotta watch it. But there are nuances of voodoo, like, in it, and it's based in New Orleans. Well, not in New Orleans, but in Louisiana. It's also got what's that nigga name? Jussie Smollett, his sister.
Yeah.
Jussie Smollett.
Yeah. Jesse.
Yeah, that nigga that's in jail. Or was in jail. Allegedly.
You know he wrote a song?
No, we not gonna do this. We not gonna get into this. But his sister, you know, the one from
Lovecraft Country.
The one from Lovecraft Country. She's in it in the movie, but she's way younger.
Right.
So it's so good. Just watch it. That's all I gotta say.
It is a good movie.
Late 90s movie. Good vibes. Beautifully done. Like, the visuals are just great. And a young Samuel L. Jackson. And what's her name? The wife? She was so fun.
Damn, I forget.
That actress, she's so beautiful.
I forget her name.
And Megan Good's in it too.
I remember watching the Scooby-Doo movie as a kid, and they ran up to like a witch doctor's like little lair or whatever, and he had literally cut a chicken's head off. So I was like,
And Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
The original?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw that one.
You gotta go back and watch it. It's in there.
That sounds interesting. Well, check it out.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you remember which one?
It's literally the first one. The one that has Matthew Lillard in it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to watch it.
For sure. Our first hoodoo is, do you believe in voodoo? And, of course.
Yeah. Short answer. Definitely. I mean, how could you not?
Exactly. It's your roots, man. Learn it.
Live it. Love it. Yeah. My vision blurry. I feel like Kodak Black.
Oh, bitch.
The state of calm. Oh, wait. That's not. State of calm. I ain't coming back.
That's fly.
I ran off on the blood.
Bro, that's flies, bro.
I knew it was Kodak. But it just sounded good.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god. Hoodoo number 2. Would you do voodoo? Voodoo.
Great song.
Yeah. Shout out Frank Ocean.
Drop some music.
Shout
nigga.
out Daddy Ocean. Damn. I miss that nigga.
Oh, let's close
I
this
just
whole
need a
episode.
feature. I just need one song.
3.
Something.
Give me an
Him, Rihanna, Kendrick,
Kendrick on the way, though.
Schoolboy Q, Party
Q
Next
on the
Door. But Drake greedy and he don't want to push his career forward because he don't want him to be bigger than him. But Drake falling off low key and don't nobody want to talk about it.
That's that light skinned nigga shit. But hey,
I remember when Drake was on the Sprite commercials. You remember that when his head was coming apart? Damn, those were the days. Cable TV, Comcast on demand. Ooh, we gotta get into a nighttime nostalgia soon. We haven't done one since Courage the Cowardly Dog. And if you haven't seen that, last October, we was coming with the heat. And this year, it's gonna be 2 times more intense.
Because it's gonna be our second one.
And, you know, we learned some things and we've picked up some things that we like whenever we do our specials and whatnot. So I think we can like tweak it and have more fun and be more creative this year. I think last year was our first time, and we were just going with the flow.
Just trying to figure it out.
But I think we did real good.
Yeah, it was great. The whole roasted marshmallow thing was cool.
That was awesome. It was so fun. We did s'mores, and we dressed up as our cats for Halloween, our cute Cosmo kitties.
Yeah, the show is gonna be great.
What do you mean? The episode or the show in general?
The whole show.
Hell yeah. And if you guys haven't heard, the boys have their own Instagram now. So you can follow them at DTM Kitties if you would like.
Cute little faces every day.
They're so cute. Yeah. So yeah, their page is growing pretty quick.
Yeah.
So get on it while it's still little. Be one of the first ones.
Mm-hmm. So hoodoo number 3. What did you learn about this practice today? Honestly, the whole origins, I had no clue.
Yeah. The main thing for me was learning that voodoo is a religion.
Okay.
I would have never guessed.
I didn't know it was I always heard it was a religion, but I didn't think it was.
Nobody ever talks about it.
I thought it was just like a sect, you know what
exactly.
I mean? Exactly.
And you know when there's little quizzes or whatever the case is, and it asks what is your religious belief or background? And they list all the ones that they think exist.
Right.
But you never see voodoo on there.
Ever.
That's very interesting.
It has such a negative connotation, though.
Yeah. And it's not mainstream like most other religions are.
Right.
A lot of the other ones are more publicized and open and in the media. Mm-hmm. And voodoo's just not.
They're like propaganda tools.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Shit creepy. Hoodoo number 4. Do you believe it is more evil than good or the opposite? More good than evil?
So, it's like I said, it's focused purely on intention, but if that's not a factor, if you're just going black and white, I would definitely say it's more good.
I think the opposite. I think it could be more evil than good. Only because a lot of the ancestors and the spirits, for one, have dealt with a lot of pain, violence, and suffering. There's not a lot of good feelings that come with that.
Right.
And second off, I feel like in general, it's easier to conjure up evil than it is to conjure up good. And that comes down to anything. Mm-hmm. So that could be Wicca, that could be white magic, that could be voodoo, it could be anything. Just connecting with spirits, conjuring up demons or angels or whatever you think you're talking to. Mm-hmm. I mean, it could come down to anything. Right. And I feel like it's just 10 times easier to conjure up and connect with evil spirits and beings than it is good ones. And that's just my take on it. I don't know.
I mean, that makes sense.
But that's not me saying that it is just evil and bad. Right. But just with anything,
it's exploring
it's easier for evil to find its way to the surface.
Right. So hoodoo number 5. Do you think voodoo will be around indefinitely?
Definitely.
Definitely.
I mean, why would it not?
Right.
Right?
Just like everything else.
It's been around this long. That's a long time. Since 1791.
Yeah, since the 18th century. That is crazy. That's a
long time ago. I definitely don't see it going away anytime soon as long as the tradition continues. As long as it just keeps getting passed down. Mm-hmm. You'll be good. Right. That goes with anything.
Right.
So, yeah, that's it. Is there anything you want to add?
I don't think I have anything.
Besides episode 60, we have a special surprise. And we hope you guys tune in and get excited. Because we're really excited about this. We've been hinting and talking about it for a while now. I mean, we always bring it up.
Yeah.
So it's finally coming. It's finally happening. If you think you know what it is, comment down below or DM us.
Right.
And let us know what you think.
Give us something.
Hell yeah.
You'll just have to tune in to find out.
Definitely. It'll be worth tuning in too, because it's going to be such a good conversation.
For sure.
This is something I've really been wanting to talk about for a long time. And I'm so excited. And it'll just be fun to get extra opinions.
Oh, yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say.
That's
Exactly. So that was episode 59, Voodoo History and True Tellings.
And you know what that means. 59, which means you have 58 other episodes to check out, and that includes our short-lived bonuses.
Bonus.
Oh,
Let me chill. I've been getting too lit, too hype.
I've been your host, DJ.
And I've been your host, Sav.
Catch us next.
Wait. You know what we've been missing the last couple episodes? And I've been thinking about this and I've been meaning to bring this up to you.
What?
When was the last time we said kind words?
Ooh, you're right.
When? Like, I'm mad about that. I feel like we've been slacking on the kind words, y'all. Ain't nobody brought us up to speed. We're just stuck in the past back here in a time machine. And the kind words are nowhere to be found. So I think we definitely need to end this off with some kind words.
Sounds good to me.
What are your kind words for today?
My kind words for today is take it step by step. Man, life hits you and it hits you hard. So you just gotta, take it easy sometimes.
Yes. And along with taking it easy, take it slow.
Yeah.
Time flies and life is short and you don't know if tomorrow is promised. So bask in the little moments like we always say. And just take your time day by day. If you're taking a shower, take those extra 5 minutes to just breathe, relax, let the water fall on you, and just clear your head, clear your mind, clear your thoughts. And I don't know, I think it's just important not to rush things these days, especially with the way the world has been the past couple of years. I think we've all learned that, time is of the essence, but it feels like we have so much more time now because things are moving a lot slower. The world is slowly going back to semi-normal. I don't think it'll ever be completely normal, but yeah. So, just take your time and don't rush. Everything will happen the way it's supposed to and when it's supposed to.
Exactly.
So, I think those go hand in hand, and I think those are some really good kind words.
For sure. What about you guys?
What are your kind words?
So, Cosmonites, we thank you for crash landing with us on this episode. And I've been your host, DJ.
I've been your host, Sav.
Catch us next week on
Deeper Than Most.